Asmir, what does it feel like to join an inclusive group of 3 players with Yeovil connections that have played in World Cup finals? That's yourself, Effie Sodji and Rory Fallon.
It feels pretty cool, of course. I mean, obviously, I had a great time in Yeovil before and cherished my time there, and I met a lot of good people. And, being able to represent them in such a tournament as well and going forward is pretty amazing.
What can you remember of your days at Yeovil? I mean, you were here for 3 or 4 months, I think, from memory, weren't you?
Yeah, well, obviously I had 2 spells, like you said. My first spell was very short because I got recalled after 2 games, and that was unfortunate as I was just getting going. But I had a great time. It was a huge part of my development in my career, getting the experience of playing those games in front of a great crowd and in a good club. So it was a huge part of my development, and just the people were very nice. I mean, I had a great time there. I mean, I felt very comfortable. So I have really good memories from my whole time at Yeovil.
Any particular characters stick out in your mind from your time here?
There were some really good people, obviously. Guys like Darren Way, Terry Skillerton, obviously they're great characters and great pros. And, it was nice to be around them and kind of pick a few things from them. So there were some good people around the club, and those 2 guys really kind of personify what the club's all about.
Your journey to the World Cup finals has probably been fairly interesting. Can you just talk us through your time since you left Yeovil to ending up now at Stoke and obviously going to play for Bosnia?
That's it. I mean, obviously about a year after I left Yeovil, I got the call to represent Bosnia. So it was a huge call and something I've been waiting for a long time. And as things went on there, things really took off. Obviously, it was a pretty long process to qualify. We tried it a few times. Obviously, we failed the last hurdle in a playoff against Portugal, 2 qualifying campaigns in a row. So that was difficult. But then, thankfully, we were able to finish top of our group in the last qualifying campaign and go directly to the World Cup. So it's like I said, it's been a while coming. Definitely a lot of work and effort's gone into it, and obviously we're all thankful that everything's worked out for this time, and we're going there trying to make the most of it and enjoy it.
Now, you had a bit of a choice to make, didn't you, between Bosnia and Canada? How difficult was that, and why did you plump for Bosnia?
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, at the time I was at Yeovil, I was representing Canada, so I didn't know any different at the time. I never knew of the opportunity to represent Bosnia would ever arise, and when it did, I obviously had to make the right decision for myself and my family, and I just thought playing for Bosnia, playing a lot more competitive games year in, year out, obviously being able to qualify for European Championships, World Championships in the World Cup, so you get a lot more competitive games. So it was very much a footballing decision. It was a decision I felt was important for my career, and having a lot of my family members living in Bosnia was also important to be able to represent my family and share it with them. So I think overall it was just the right decision for me and the decision I had to make. How
many years have you spent sort of living in Bosnia?
Well, I spent the first 4 years of my life there. I was born there, and then as the conflict started, the Balkan War, my family decided to obviously leave the country and move to Germany for the better interest of our family. And I actually only lived there for 4 years, and now I've represented the national team for the last 5. So, but Bosnia has always been part of my life. My family's very much been Bosnian always. They always lived the Bosnian way of life. So, I was never far away from it.
Did you find that, did the conflict over there have a huge bearing on your life, or were you too young to really appreciate what was going on?
Well, obviously, I have no personal experience of it, or personal memories, as we left at the right time, and we got out there at a very good time. So, I think it's for the best that I don't have these memories. I mean, obviously, it's very tragic and it can affect a lot of people in many different ways. So, I think maybe for the best that I don't have these memories, but ever since I left, I have educated myself through different ways, and obviously speaking to family members who did stay through the war and nothing happened to them, thankfully. It was a difficult time, and I don't think it's something that you can really put into words. It's something that, if you didn't live through it, it's very difficult to explain.
Yeah, I bet. Back to football. How much competition have you got for the number 1 jersey in the squad?
Well, we have a pretty good group of goalkeepers. I mean, we have myself, obviously, and then we have Asmir Begovic, who plays in Ireland in the 2nd division in Germany, and then Abdulkic, who plays in the Bosnian Premier League. So they're good guys. We get on really well, and we work hard and try to push each other and hope to get better as well.
Is the fact that you're actually going to perform in the World Cup finals in Brazil, has it sort of really sunk in yet?
You know what? I probably in until it's happened, and a little bit after as well, because obviously I think the fact that we've qualified is sunk in. I mean, that took a little while, but obviously being able to actually perform there, like you said, and play in the world's biggest competition, then sports competition, then that's obviously going to be fantastic, and it's going to take a little while to sink in. It is a bit surreal. Obviously, it's been a dream of mine my entire life, and a lot of hard work and sweat and everything has gone into it. So to be able to finally do it would be fantastic.
Now, I'm not particularly familiar with the Bosnian squad, apart from yourself and, of course, Edin Dzeko. Can you point out a few of the players we should be looking out for in the UK as to who could be the possible stars for Bosnia?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think we have a really talented squad. Obviously, we have Miralem Pjanic, who plays at Roma, so he's at a big club, and he's played a lot of games, and he's a young talent, and he's a fantastic player, and I think he'll be a superstar in the future. We have Veljko Bisevic, who's another very good strikers, so we have a very good strike force with him and Dzeko, so I think they're a good tandem and one to look out for. I think we have a great left back in Sead Kolasinac, who plays at Schalke, so he's at a very big club and getting a lot of experience. So there's a few guys on our team who can make an impact, that's for sure.